Alright, how you guys doing? I'm back. It has been a really long time. Should I apologize for that? Probably, but I won't. I got other stuff going on in life. Nothing too serious. I know you're not worried about it, so I won't go into it. But, you know, nothing out of the ordinary, really, but, you know, kind of had to put the motor vlogging nonsense on the side burner. You know, that plus the fact that it's a change of season, so it's just like there's really nothing going on. The riding has definitely gone down a lot, just because like the weather sucks. You know, like today it was raining all morning. It's wet out now, and it's fall, so there's leaves all over the place. And school buses. Gotta stop for the school buses. But I'm out and about, heading into the sun. Just what I didn't want to do. So, you know, I'm gonna take it easy because, like I said, it is wet. There is leaves. It is rush hour, and people are in a rush. Why? I don't know. So, okay. So the title of the video: I did something really stupid. Now, those of you that actually have the Ryker or the Spyder, you know that you can get a little lackadaisical when you're riding, because it's the nature of the beast. It's not super difficult to ride, so you don't really need to devote 100% of your attention. And God only knows I've been accused of zoning out, and that's basically what I did. I zoned out. I had my tunes. I'm just dipping and diving and ducking and everything up and down the street, having a good old time, enjoying what was a particularly beautiful day. And I rode the brake. Yes, us guys that have been doing this for a while, I'll tell you, it's like the #1 cause of the VSS malfunction is riding the brake. And you'll see it in the comment, I got a VSS fault. Were you riding the brake? No, I wasn't. Yeah, you were. More than likely you were. I was riding the brake, and it went into limp mode. Now, I had previously bought a scan tool, you know, and it said it could reset codes. So I decided to give it a shot. So, okay, another side little note. This thing also needs to be inspected because we live in the communist state of New York City, where motorcycles, which no one really owns in the grand scheme of things, has to be inspected because we're going to kill the planet. But beside the point. I mean, it's $6, so it's not really that bad. So, and we have to do it every year. So I was going to take it in to get it inspected anyway. So I figured, as long as they don't brick the computer, you know, I'll just have them clear the codes or fix whatever the problem was. Okay. Now, also, you guys that ride a lot know that your VSS codes can also reset, especially the brake ones. You gotta like drive it for 30 miles at full throttle in a straight line. Basically, you have to convince the computer that whatever it thought was wrong is no longer wrong, yada yada yada, you know. So I figured this whole endeavor was gonna go one of two ways. I was gonna make it to the shop, they're gonna clear the codes, inspect the bike, give it back to me, Bob's your uncle. Or I'm gonna clear the code with my little tool, and then just go in, you know, 2 seconds later they'll come back and says, okay, here's your thing back, pay your $6, and that'll be that. Okay, so I put the scan tool on, and I see the code, I see the VSS code, and I try to clear it. Yeah, it didn't work. So apparently this tool I have, which is irrelevant, I don't think, unless you have, you know, the BRP or one of these high-end service computers, you are not clearing the code with anything off of Amazon, etc., etc. So save your money, don't bother. It could probably clear a check engine code, but that's about it. You know, something emission related. Okay. So I didn't break up the bike, but the code's still there. So I suit up, and I have to ride from this side of the island to the ass end of the other side of the island, which is also not the best part of the neighborhood, but whatever. So I suit up, get on, and I'm going to start riding there because it's in limp mode and it's rush hour, so we ain't going anywhere. Okay, so I start heading out. I get on the highway, which is like, I don't know, quarter of a mile away from my house. I get on the highway. The code clears. Oh, good. I got my revvies back. You know, hitting the gas. Boom, boom, boom. Going down the highway. Look down. I am doing 105 miles an hour. Yeah. Now, those of us that have gone that fast know what it feels like. I was not going 105 miles an hour. Some of the people already know what happened, but many of you probably won't, because I didn't know. So I'm heading to the shop, and I'm like, ah, damn, I screwed up my computer. Some sensors reading wrong. You know, I am not a mechanic. I just know a little bit. But obviously something is wrong because I'm doing 65, 70, 75 maybe. And it says I'm doing 105. And I'm on the highway, and now I'm kind of freaked out. So I don't have the faculties to go and, you know, I'm not sitting on my couch. I'm still sitting on my trike. So I don't really have the faculties to work this problem through on the fly. Plus, I'm heading to the shop. So, I just keep driving, keep trucking. Now, I have no other indications. There's no check engine lights, there's no idiot lights at all. The thing is handling just fine. The revs are in their normal range. So it's not like it says I'm doing 105 and the engine is whining or it's stalling. So mechanically it feels fine. It's just displaying 105 miles per hour. Okay. So half an hour later I get to the shop. Because like I said, I'm sitting in traffic. I get to the shop, hand it off, I'm like, it's reading something for Cocta. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know where the hell this building came from. Another Amazon one. Okay. I have no idea what's going on. And, by the way, I need an inspection. I drop it off. I'd like to say this was a Tuesday. And then I go about my business. Now, as you guys know, I also have the Spyder, so it's not like I'm out of ride. I just dropped it off and I kind of forgot about it. Okay. So I meet up with my boys at an open house for another MC on this island, and we're just having some idle conversation over a couple of Coronas with my boys. And I'm like, one of them, I forget exactly why, but he was talking about, and this is the kicker, right? I think he wanted to take his bike to a foreign country, or he was riding in a foreign country, or something to that effect. But it was in kilometers per hour. Now, once he said that, my brain went like this, even a couple of drinks in. Oh, fudge. When I put that service tool on, or that code reader, did I switch my trike into Canadian? I think my bike just went full Canadian. And I'm sitting there going, it was running. You know, I could have, and it did, like I said, it did not occur to me in the least that it was in moose numbers instead of freedom numbers. Really weird. You know, because this is made in Mexico, and the other ones are probably made in Canada. So of course, now it's the weekend. The shops, and it's after hours, the shops closed on Sundays and Mondays. So now it's Tuesday morning, 10 o'clock. I pick up the phone, I call the service center. I'm like, dude, go look at my bike. Is it in metric? And he, you know, he says, Okay, I'll get back to you. There's someone smoking weed right in front of the police station. That makes perfect sense. Not that they pay attention to it. Yeah, let's go to 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're in a very old part of Staten Island, by the way. You know, we're heading to the southern tip of the state. Okay, so I call him up. He doesn't get back to me like right away because like it's a shop and you know how they operate, right? Because this is like a 2-second thing. Turn it on, look, oh yeah. And I would just told him, just get it inspected and bring it back to me. So then he calls me back about an hour later. And he's like, yeah, it's in metric. And your battery is kind of shit the bed. I was like, okay, whatever. Now, okay, so just change the battery, do the inspection. I'm heading out. You know, I'll take an Uber, which is what I do. Okay, so unbeknownst to me, it takes like a year and a day to charge a battery. But whatever, I got nothing better to do. I'm retired. So I sit there and I'm shooting the shit with the guys that work there while my battery's charging. And then, you know, they hand it back to me. It's just basically, it's like, oh, yeah, it was like, yeah, you're a dumbass. It's like, yeah, I guess I am. I guess I am a dumbass. But, you know, the other thing was, and you know, sometimes things happen for a reason. So I got this is a 2021 that I got in October of 2020. And once I started getting those VSS codes, this was the early days before anyone really knew what they were talking about. You know, I figured, okay, maybe I got a bad battery. I just, quite honestly, I just swapped the battery. It didn't work. So I have like a Duracell battery in there instead of the original Yasa, whatever the hell it is. You know the deal. So yeah, I changed the battery, and that was probably early 2021. So that battery's been in there for a long time, over 5 years, because this thing's already paid off. So it's definitely over 5 years, and I guess it was due to be replaced, so I just had to replace it. Okay, and that's that. Yeah. So like I said, a bonehead move. But you know, like I said, this is caution to you guys. If you do want to hit, you know, your OBD to scan tool, and you decide to try to reset something, then you take your bike out. I really should go in there and just like spin out on the leaves like an idiot, but I can't even see the curb over there. Okay, so just be aware that you might switch your bike into metric mode, and if it does happen, don't be a bonehead like me. Just switch it out. That's basically it. Okay, I know it's at the end of the video. Probably should have done it at the beginning, but I just remembered it. But to all the Marines out there, United States Marines, happy birthday. And thank you for your service.